She's gonna be burping all episode. Are you ready? Don't worry, the audience can't smell it. All right, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, it's Zaea J.
And I forgot my name for. And
Look,
it's the Black Hokage, aka TBH. And to be honest, I just changed shirts, so it looks like I recorded this episode on another day. Welcome back to another episode of Loosely Outlined, the show that's
Loosely Outlined.
You didn't realize I did that?
I changed clothes too.
I didn't know this. Your shit kind of basic. Anyway, I'm joking. You look wonderful. I'm so sorry. I'm kidding. You know what I'm not kidding about though? Didn't you say earlier we was like chilling and you was like, I feel like I'm washed. You want to talk about that? Yeah, she had the realization she's old, y'all. She had a realization. Go ahead and break it down for people. I
realized today that I am washed, but so is Corey. Anyways, I don't even know how to start this. So
I'll start by reminding everybody to hit the like button if you're watching youtube.com/LooselyOutlined and make sure to rate this shit 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. But go ahead. Yeah. Let the people know you came to the epiphany that you watched today. We went through soon. It was a rough day. We did a lot and we did nothing at the same time, right?
Yeah. So we went to eat. We had crab.
Where we go?
A beautiful place in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. With great crab. Like we can't really remember the name of it. Yeah, but we went there. Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, I had some crab. It was bussin'.
Bussin'.
It was bussin'.
Juicy.
It was a little juicy.
Yeah.
And it was crab.
Yes, sir. Mr. Crash with the crab.
You know, we had our meals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last time we got crab, we got mild.
Yeah.
This time you ordered medium.
That's what we had last time.
They both started with M's. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the waiter was like, that's a little hot. Are you sure? We're like, yeah, that's what we had last time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, okay. He brought the crab out. You like your tongue touching. You start coughing.
Whoa, no. So the bag was full of juices and seasoning, and I bit into the corn, and some of like the moisture, the seasoning from the corn, it kind of went down the wrong pipe, you know, like down my throat, and I started gawking 9,000 and shit. I started coughing. And then, like, I started getting teary-eyed because I wasn't, like, fully ready for it. But give me my clout. It, like, 5 minutes later, like, eating in the food, my body, like, adjusted to it. Don't play me.
Yeah, and I was like, this is nothing. I'm from San Antonio.
Yeah.
The food was good, you know? And we got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, yeah, you know what would go great to
watch? We said that?
We. You know.
Oh, we're French now.
Yes. We.
Lioness,
you know, it go great to help wash this juicy crab down.
Lies. I'm just gonna cut to the part where I'm just gonna say lies. This woman is lying. There was no we. There is no French. We're eating crab.
We.
And she was like, wow, she's sitting in the car. I had to talk to my mom. And after I get off the phone with my mom, she's like, oh my God, like, it'd be really nice if we wash this down with some boba. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. TROOF, truth.
Yes.
So you did. It was no we. Okay.
It was we.
And I was like, all right, we can go. I was like, because you know, it's crazy part. I haven't had boba since I last seen you.
I haven't had boba.
It's been like 3 weeks since we seen each other, I think. Something like that, 3-4 weeks.
I had boba the last time
Actually, no, it might have been.
I think
it might have been 2 months actually.
Because even when we went to that place, you got boba and I didn't. It's been a while since I've had it, so I was like, this would wash this down perfectly.
I thought I got Vietnamese iced tea or something like that. Whatever. It's been a while for both of us.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I deserve this.
I deserve.
And we went and got some boba.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to describe what it was like inside when we went?
So I didn't realize this until afterwards. I feel like it's important for us to actually explain how it ended and then back up and explain what I realized later.
Yeah.
So
we
finish
went in. I got vanilla boba.
She's really about to do this. Oh my god.
He got hazelnut boba. We just sat down and we drank it, and we were like, damn. Oh, we also got oat milk instead of regular milk.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bougie.
we were like, yeah, because we're both like lactose. So we were both like, wow, this is the best boba we've ever had.
We deadass said that.
We said that. So like, dang, this is the best boba we've ever had. And I was like, yeah, I haven't had boba this good in a long time. Like, this might be my new best favorite boba and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, yes. So then we left and we got in the car. And then what happened?
Everything was good. Everything was good. But once we got close to back to her place, we were like a block away. I mean, I didn't say anything.
Well, even before that.
What happened? I don't remember that part.
We both were like, ugh. And then I was like, I honestly think we were like, oh man, like that was heavy. Like we should have got juice or something instead.
And we both agreed we were bloated and we weren't feeling good.
Yeah, I was like, it was honestly probably the sugar.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Then we started.
So that was 10 minutes before. So 10 minutes later, we're like a block away back to her place. And I don't know. We were just both in sync. I had to get some packages out or whatever. I get my packages out. I bought some new shoes. And we're going into the parking garage. And I was like, we parked, and then I was like, yo, I was like, don't laugh at me. But I was like, I'm about to run to the door. I'm about to run to your door or whatever. Cause I was like, I gotta shit. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta wait for her because she needs to open the door for me. She's got the electric key or whatever to open the door. So I had to wait for her. And then she opens the door or whatever. And then I sprint to the door and I had to take a shit, bro. But the funny part is, when I was running, she said, it's funny because she said, I got a shit too. So both of our stomachs, before we even got into the place, both of our stomachs were turning and we both were clenching our cheeks. And we both had to shit. So I run back to the place. I start pooping.
You literally sprinted.
It was, I'm not going to hold you almost.
How do you think I felt? I was like sitting there, like trying to concentrate and like keep it all in, because there's only one bathroom.
And, I didn't tell you this part, but I say it for the podcast. I low-key looked. I got low-key kind of mad because I felt like I had to rush my shit. I was like, what the fuck you mean? You gotta poop too.
I said, don't rush. I was meditating.
Yeah, but I wanted to be considerate because it's only one bathroom. So I was like, meditating. I figured, I was like, let me get in there. Let me just drop a deuce real quick, and like till I feel halfway decent, so you can get in, get a turn, and I can come back around if need be.
It would have been like that scene in Bridesmaids where they all like, I don't know if they took a laxative or they all had like really bad food, like, and they were trying wedding dresses on, but there was only one bathroom. So one of them was like shitting in the sink, and the other one like ran out into the street and like shit in the middle of the street.
When did that movie come out?
Years ago.
I ain't heard that one.
If you were like in the bathroom, I would have just went off the balcony.
Oh my god! What?
Nah, just kidding.
Hey,
I probably would have banged on the door. I don't know. I was telling you, I was like meditating.
She was like, when I came out of the bathroom and taking a shit, she was laying on the bed with like her cheeks clenched like this. Like I was like, yo, you okay? Like,
I ran in the bathroom.
Yo, did you see me when I hit my sprint though? Like, you think I could like be in the NFL? Like, you think I could run like a 4.3 or something? I was looking like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't think I could have ran. If I ran, it would have been over.
I just thought it was really funny, and I feel like that was like a very unique moment between us. I was like, how the fuck were our bodies in sync? But going back to what you were saying earlier, so the reason I wanted to tell the ending part was because after both of us took a shit, we're both just like chilling out, relaxing on the couch, and both of our stomachs, I don't know how you felt, but it was one of those poops where after you take a poop, you don't know if you're done or not because your stomach's still turning and stuff like that. So we both agreed that our stomach was like turning or whatever. And then I started the cogs in my brain started working.
I texted you while I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, and I told you stop doing it. I was trying to focus.
Oh my god! No, I texted you while I was in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And and I was like, "Do you think they accidentally gave us milk instead of oat milk?" And then then when we came out, that's when we had the conversation. So.
Right. So yeah, you thought that they put whole milk instead of oat milk in our boba.
I think maybe they just mixed it up or something.
And then I had a theory. I was like, I think they put like laxative in our drinks or something like that. If not, it was probably spoiled milk, because the thing is, from the moment we left the boba spot to getting back to the crib, it hadn't been more than like 15 minutes. We were right down the street.
Yeah.
So I was like, the only thing that works that quickly is laxative. And both of our stomachs were turning. So I was like, that ain't no milk, bro. Because like I'm
About
lactose.
to shit our pants.
Yeah, we were both about to shit our pants. It wasn't like I had to poop and I knew I could hold it for like 30 minutes. It was like I almost shit myself dead ass. So I thought it was laxative because I was like, that's just too much of a coincidence. We were both, our bodies were in sync. As long as I've known you for what, 7-8 years, my body has never been in sync with you.
No.
Yeah, we were looking like Justin Timberlake and the other. Like it was crazy. So
if I ran, I would have shit.
I'm glad you didn't run.
I was just walking slow.
Freaking. So afterwards, the cogs in my brain started going, and I was like, yo, I think that was laxative because I pointed out to her, I was like, the dude who made our boba, like a lot of times when you go to boba spots, they make it in front of you. The dude who made it, he made it in the back. We didn't see him make it. And then like when he came to hand us our drinks, he had a face mask on, but like I could see he was like smiling from like the side. Like, you know how you can see like people's a little bit. I could see he was like a little smirky and like his energy was weird. And there was also like 3 or 4 people in the back making the drinks and they were laughing too. But she was sitting at the chair, so she didn't hear any of this, I don't think. And that's why I was like, man.
I mean, it didn't raise any red flags for me.
But it just made, I was like, were they playing a prank? Were they trying to
I don't know,
put laxative in people's drinks?
It was weird. It was like at the same time. And then it wasn't like, oh, like got a fart or something. It was like we're about to shit our pants.
And I want you to understand, like, this is a weird conversation, by the way. I want you to understand, I've been on Earth for 31 years. My stomach has never been in sync with another human before. In a sense that we're like, we both got out the car and I was like, yo, I'm about to sprint because I'm about to shit myself. I got to go use the bathroom. And then you were like, I got to poop too. And I don't know. I turned around, I was like, I looked at you. I was like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? Like, so I think that's really weird. And that's why I said I think it's laxative because laxative usually takes like 15 to 30 minutes and it'll kick in. It works pretty quickly and it'll start clearing your system out.
Yeah, because we were both like, ugh.
And it's easy to hide it in the drinks because it was sweet. So we wouldn't even have tasted it. And all you got to do is put a little bit in there.
Yeah, because we were both like, ooh, like our stomachs both started bubbling.
Yeah, so I came to the conclusion. I think I'm about to retire from drinking boba. Like I think
I felt very sick after that. Like,
yeah,
but I've had boba a lot of times, more times than I'd like to admit, and I've never had that before.
DoorDash aficionado, we know.
Even when I have had boba, when I'm like, fuck it, I don't care, and I get milk in the boba anyways, like it's never even been like that either.
Yeah.
So it was very odd.
Yeah. It just made me feel old. And like
I felt old too. I felt defeated. I came out of the bathroom. I was like, I feel defeated.
Yeah. I texted that to you. I was like, yo, I feel defeated, bro. Like this is too much. And like my thing is like, we knew you were 35, but I think this is the first time I've seen you like.
I'm not 35.
This is the first time I really seen.
39.
This is the first time that I really seen that it was like, yo, she really looks like she's 35. Her head was hanging low, y'all. When you got out the bed right before we started like recording, her bones were like creaking and shit.
Like 27 times. It was like
I was
every
like, yeah.
different bone.
Like, you okay? So I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm fully retired, but we're gonna have to take an extended break. My gut needs to. I need to take some probiotics or something to get some healthy bacteria in the stomach.
Some orange juice.
What would that do?
I don't know. It would make me feel like I'm being healthy. I
What
need a juice cleanse.
What are some other things that make you feel old?
But also, girls don't poop. I'd like to reiterate that. What makes me?
Everybody poops. It's a book.
What makes me feel old?
Yeah. What makes you feel old?
I don't get certain memes.
Really?
And I feel very like in touch with meme culture, but some of it is like I don't get it at all.
Is there like a recent one that you feel like?
It was a tweet going over, I don't remember exactly what the memes were, but it was like a tweet going over like Gen Z tweets, like millennial tweets, and then the very like the youngest generation that's coming up now, like their memes don't even like make any sense at all.
Yeah, they're growing up in the internet age, and
I was like, what does this even mean? I was like, this is too advanced for me. Like,
my dad called it a meme.
A meme?
Yeah, he was like, because I was talking, he's like, is that what those memes are? I said, you talking about a meme, dude? What the fuck?
My mom's Hispanic and she called them memes, so it's not too far off.
Freaking no, I feel you on that. The memes part. I think what made me feel old when I first realized I was getting older. I think I was like 27 or 28. I was at this spot getting
what was it? I was getting the Impossible Burger. I was trying it out because they got it at the spot when I was living in DC, and a group of teenagers, there was like 5 or 6 boys came in, and they were like loud as shit. And it was like 2 p.m. I was just eating lunch. They was just making loud noises. They was play fighting. And I remember turning around looking at them, I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. And that's when I had the epiphany. I was like, oh my God. I was like, am I a boomer? I was like, and then I thought, I was like, was I like that when I was their age? Like,
yes, most likely, yeah.
I feel like I was a thug, but I don't know, man. That's one way I knew that I was getting older. Also, I gotta like stretch and shit before I work out. Gotta roll my hips and
I felt that too. The kids like running through the hallway in the apartments.
Uh,
Why are they running?
yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Wait. When you seen kids running through the apartment and stuff, kids be on their iPad now.
Not in my last apartment.
Oh, okay.
Remember that kid? I was like, what do I do? This kid's like hanging off the ledge. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Bro, he was like, he was about to throw himself off of it. I wasn't about to touch him.
You should have like stuck your head out the door and said, "Don't do it, little guy. Like, don't do anything, please." That's what you should have did.
I was like, I was late to work. I gotta go. Plus, that lady always just like left him in the hallway, and he would like throw his trucks. Like I never approached him because he was always angry, and he would break his toys and throw his trucks.
You know the crazy part
I'm not
is
equipped for that.
You know the crazy part about that kid that used to hang out there and like run around and stuff all the like. That kid grew up to be Forrest Gump.
I fucking hate you.
He's just running all over the place. Oh, you know what I don't understand? It also makes me feel old. That crate challenge. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, we should.
Apparently, by that laugh.
I would do one crate.
Who started that shit?
The guy that was rolling something.
Rolling? Was he rolling a blunt?
Yeah.
So is he black?
Yeah.
That's not a very good description. Rolling a blunt in black. There's a lot of African Americans that roll blunts.
He like set a record or something. Apparently, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
He was rolling a blunt while standing, like climbing up the milk crates.
So is it just, what's the purpose of doing it? Is it just to prove that you can do it on video, or do you win a prize or something? Like,
I think it's just another online challenge. Apparently, it's hard because people have been falling and busting their asses.
Yeah, because I mean, like I can imagine it because the crates they're plastic, they're kind of weak, and then the higher it goes up, the less
and
stable.
they're doing it on grass. Like,
yeah, well, I've seen people do it on concrete and bust their head.
God,
I think it's funny when they fall, but then I'm like, is this really worth it? Like this moment.
I just feel like it came out of nowhere. Usually, like you see that stuff like kind of grow over like the course of maybe like a couple weeks. This one just like felt like it happened overnight on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck are y'all getting all these milk crates from? Or what is it, milk crate? What the hell kind of crate? Where are they getting it from?
There was a meme of that. Somebody had posted Walmart is selling those crates for 99 cents. Because yeah, people were asking where are they getting all these crates? Well, Walmart's selling them for 99 cents. Stay woke. That's the meme says. It says stay woke because the man wants you to climb on the crates to bust your head and snap your neck.
That one was fake.
It was?
Yeah, because when I looked into it, someone like it was Kroger, but someone like zoomed in and it was a Kroger like 12-pack of water.
The
they
Photoshop.
just put it on the sign. They just put it on the crates for a meme.
So how much we got to pay you to do the crate challenge?
$150 to go up 2 crates.
Just
2 little crates.
That's a pretty low number.
I'm not about to bust my ass. Just to go up 1 milk crate, 2 milk crate, and then step off? No. I ain't going up that whole thing.
I'm too busy. I don't got time for this shit. I'm not doing all that shit.
If I break my legs, it's not going to be enough money to cover it.
Is tearing your ACL really worth 100 likes?
Some people it is, yeah.
You ain't making no money off of that shit. I remember I got challenged to do the ice bucket challenge like a few years ago. I didn't do that shit either. Like, I know it was like for a good cause, but I was like, I'm not gonna risk hypothermia or whatever that shit is.
Nobody challenged me to do it anyways.
You sound upset.
No, I'm fine because they probably knew I wouldn't fucking do it anyway.
You would have to go to the store to get enough ice to even do that too. Like you had to go buy ice just so you could pour it on yourself.
Just so I could be like, oh my god, it's cold.
Wow, it's cold in here. Must be some Taurus in the atmosphere.
Fucking making your nipples all hard and shit.
Shit. That's the worst. That's the worst. Hard nips.
You're just freezing.
Oh yeah, but it is what it is. It is. What is with you and hard nips?
That's the first time that I've said that.
I guess.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of equality, Don't you love that?
That was a great transition.
I'm so good at what I do.
Yeah.
So it was recently revealed that women can be drafted into the military. Hold up, let me get the official statement. I actually wanted to hear your thoughts.
Not me. Y'all be safe though.
Let me pull this link up. Damn, get this damn link open.
This is a great time to be washed.
Smoking on that Zaza? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's a great time to be washed and old.
Yeah.
Because then you won't get drafted.
Wow, now it won't even load up. Well, some of the story is so it not necessarily drafted, but what's called the select. You know what the selective service is?
Like if we go to war and they just rip people out of the ground. That sounds
what? What are you, the fucking Black Panther? You talking to the dead? What are you talking about? Ripping people out of the ground.
Make zombie soldiers.
Like Magneto, just looking for fucking the iron in your blood, just pulling bodies out of the ground and shit.
Necromancy in fucking Skyrim.
Hell no.
You like taking their dead bodies and like swinging swords around and shit.
I'm mad you made a Skyrim reference. What a fucking nerd. Anyways,
yes.
I'm just messing with you. But so selective service, I wouldn't expect most women to know what this is. So what it is when you register to vote or any type of register with any type of government office or like the DMV or whatever, it'll ask you if you want to sign up for the selective service or some like your parents could sign you up at 18 or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but what it is right now the draft does not exist.
That's on there.
Yeah, for men. It was only there for men. This is why I said I don't think most women would know what this is.
I don't.
So when a dude turns 18 and you go like to like the DMV or like you fill out your thing to vote, it's gonna ask you to register for selective service. What that is the draft no longer exists. It was abolished, I believe, after the Vietnam War because it got so much backlash. But it's a temporary abolish. It's not permanent, meaning that if the government wants to, they can bring back the draft. Like let's say we go and we get into World War III and our numbers are down, they can reinstate the draft. And what the selective service is, they force you to register it. So basically they got your ass in the database ready to go in case it ever reinstates it. So now they
But you can choose yes or no?
No, if you get drafted, you gotta go or you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
They're like, would you like to get drafted? Yes or no?
That's not how it works. There was this guy named Muhammad Ali. You know who that is? Greatest boxer of all time. Yeah, he got drafted. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, he got drafted and he decided not to go because there's a famous quote. He said, "Ain't no Viet Cong ever called me nigga." I know you don't like it, but that's specifically what he said. Great quote, by the way. So yeah, he ended up serving years in jail because he didn't. You can deny, you can say no, but they'll lock you up basically. So now women have to sign up for the selective service, and basically, if there's ever a reinstatement on the draft, women can be drafted in the war now too.
Not me. Y'all be safe though.
Yeah, because you're 35, so you're a little bit too old. Most people who were drafted in Vietnam were between the ages of 18 and 21. Most people.
Sad.
I know, right? Yeah.
Little baby.
Yeah, they really are. Like, I didn't realize until like I went to go look for my new place last week, like how young like people in high school look. Because you think you look like a fucking adult until you realize that you're actually an adult. Yeah, when you're in high school. But like them kids, we drove past a high school. I'm like, them kids look really young. And I was like, those are the type of people that would get drafted if there was a case because they want the younger bodies, the fresher legs. Me, I'm old. I embrace it. I know I'm good.
You wouldn't be fucking running through the battlefield having to shit.
Yeah. Y'all got Boba out here? What the fuck, bro?
That sucks. Yeah.
I think the cutoff age is 27. That's for enlisting. I don't know what it is for drafting.
26.
Yeah, so you're almost there. You got one more year. You better hope Biden don't do nothing crazy. They gonna get you.
I'll be like, damn, that's crazy.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
They got Boba in there?
Nah. So I saw a lot of memes of like about women saying, "Oh, we're about to get back in the kitchen" and like all this. I was like, whoa, wait, no. What about equality, bro? What about equal opportunity? Wait a minute.
You know, I don't.
And those were jokes and memes, by the way, but go ahead.
I don't, because we were watching that video about Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels, and I don't agree with everything that they say. But when he was telling that lady that, it was like, what was he saying to her?
The double standard of how the modern woman loves the double standard only when it benefits them, but she complains when it doesn't.
Yeah, so it's only to what benefits them and like what doesn't.
Yeah, and the example for those who haven't seen the video, the example he used is women never complain that they get into the club for free when there are ugly chicks who don't get in for free, as well as men who can't get in for free. He was like, you don't complain about that shit. That's another example of like a double standard. But now it's going to be actual equal opportunity. Men and women will get drafted, and now women on social media are complaining, and it's like, well, this is what y'all fought for.
Not me though. Y'all be safe.
I couldn't, for some reason, I just like imagining you with like a little Vietnam helmet and like an M16. Like, I feel like the gun would just pull you down. Like you would slump over with. I just can't see it.
You can't see me with that.
Nah.
I'd probably be crying the whole time I'm out there.
I mean, I think everybody would. War is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
Except for me. I'm a gangster. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably show up like akimbo pistols, fucking ammo all over my body and shit for guns that don't even work on my pistols, but it looks cool because it looks like Rambo. And I'm just running through the battlefield like fucking Wonder Woman in slow motion, and the music will play too. Oh, that's it. And I just be bah, 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 bah. And they'd be like, oh my god, he really is the Hokage. He really is it. That's how he got his name. That's what would happen. But like most people are only gonna see it on Earth 2, which by the way is being introduced into the new Spider-Man movie, the multiverse and all that shit. So like it could actually happen.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is there. I'll be there.
What's that supposed to mean? You trying to do something a little strange for Doctor Strange?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Zaea likes white men with beards. Okay.
Leave me alone.
You didn't say no.
No, I said leave me alone because you always say that, and then people are gonna think that's all I like.
Oh, that's not all she likes, but that is what you like.
I equal opportunities.
Oh, really? You changed. You've grown up a lot.
What do you mean?
That's when I first met you. That's what you was on. Like, I only date white men with beards. You said that to me.
I didn't say that.
You said that
There's
to me.
no way I said that.
When you were younger. You didn't say recently. This is like when we first met. Keep in mind how long we've known each other.
But that doesn't even mean, like, that doesn't even make any sense.
It didn't make sense to me then because I thought that was very oddly
But
specific.
I just dated a Hispanic man.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you, this is when we first. You gotta keep in mind. You didn't realize I met you when the first time I met you. You were like 21, 22.
I don't ever remember saying that.
You said it to me. Don't trip off it. I'm not. I wasn't even mad at it. I
Those
just
are
thought
the
it was
only
obviously
guys that
specific.
would, like, really kind of pursue me.
Okay. So it became your preference by default because that's what you want. You were basically going where you were accepted.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I always said that, like I don't know if there's a lot of black men in San Antonio, but they never really hit on me or like try to really talk to me or anything.
There's somebody listening. What? If I knew you in San Antonio.
If you find me in San Antonio, I'm gonna scream and run away.
Can you give me like your stranger danger scream real quick?
No, that's only if you're like stalking me in a store.
Mm.
I feel like I'm aware of my surroundings with that kind of stuff. So if I see you like following me around in a store, like staring at me, you're gonna freak me out and I'm gonna leave.
Fair enough.
Like be normal about it. Like
It's a lot of weird people in San Antonio.
Yeah, but then again, like a lot of people just don't come up to me in general.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Oh no, you did say earlier. You said to me yesterday. A lot of people said that they're intimidated by you when they meet you. You said that when we were in the car, and I thought that was really interesting because I was like, I think you're one of the nicest people that I've ever met. And I said to you, you have a very motherly energy. There's nothing intimidating about you to me, and I don't mean that as an insult.
Maybe it's my resting bitch face.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. Like like when people tell me that, I never got it. Like when that guy told me that, it kind of hurt my feelings.
What did he say?
He just said that I was like intimidating, and then he never talked to me again.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Anything to you.
The only thing I can think of from like a man's perspective is he was intimidated by your beauty, not necessarily by like you were.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. Like usually that means they're intimidated by your beauty and like was he nervous like
Maybe
speaking
he
around
didn't
you?
like my twists.
Was he nervous speaking around you? He wasn't.
Not really, no. Maybe he didn't like my hair. Maybe he didn't like my twist or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
It could have been anything.
Motherfuckers is weird, so it's hard to tell what exactly.
Weird.
Yeah, that's weird. You don't know what you're getting into. But I mean, you survived. The question is, will you survive the draft? Or are you going to jail?
They wouldn't take me anyways.
Yeah.
They don't draft you if you have certain like medical issues.
True. Freaking, I can't help but wonder, like, why did they randomly reinstate that for? Well, why did they randomly instate that for women? Like, I can't help but wonder, like, the conspiracy tinfoil. Can put our tinfoil hats on. What are you trying to say, government? Like, are you
So you're about to start a war with someone?
anticipating something, yeah, and you feel like you might need some extra bodies, like stay woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just be tripping on the crates. That's what I would say.
Yeah, people can't even climb a crate. How do you think they're gonna go?
Then how are you gonna climb a rope and go to war?
What if they take you? Like, I'd just be in the back the whole time.
The back of what?
Wherever everybody else is at, I'll be in the back.
The war?
Yeah.
You realize wars are not fought like that anymore. Like you think, hold it, you know, like the bus is waiting, just waiting in the line, and they drop like, yo, you know what's funny? So you've seen that movie? Was it Patriot with when it was about the American Revolution? Have you seen that movie?
I don't think so.
But you know how they used to fight in the 1700s and the 1800s where they stand in line? That is literally one of the most horrifying things. Imagine going to war as a man knowing that you were on the front line. If I was in the back, I'd be cool because I'm like, yo, there's a very low chance I'm going to get shot. But if you're in the front, you're going to die. Because you weren't allowed to break formation or run away. And they would have like a little drummer boy and shit. Like that'd be hard. Be like, today's the day. Imagine the captain coming to you in the tent and be like, so we're going to march on Gettysburg tomorrow. And son, I want you to run the first line. Will you do me honor? Like, we're like, no, I will not. I want to be in the back. Why not? Because I'm gonna fucking die. It's not like now where people are running around hiding behind trees. There's drones and bombs and shit. Like wars back then, I don't know, man. But the redcoats came and they lost, and now we here recording this podcast. Those men had to line up so that we can do loosely outline.
I hate you.
What? I'm being serious, bro. If there was no taxation without representation, there would be no loosely outline. Everything comes full. You okay? Your eyelashes? You okay? You ready to fly away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Boba's getting in my head now.
You getting dizzy?
Yeah.
Room spinning?
Yeah.
You got to poop?
I'm Boba drunk. Yeah.
I've been drinking. Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Boba just hit my head.
Oh, speaking of war, did you see the new Call of Duty? I feel like we don't talk about gaming a lot on here.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard. Did you see it?
I don't really pay attention to Call of Duty anymore.
Why not?
I mean, people complain. Well, okay. Well, let me tell you what happened when I played Warzone.
Go ahead.
So I hop on Warzone.
ASMR.
I hop on Warzone on my Xbox, mind you.
Xbox?
On hardwired.
Just in that story because they don't got no games.
This bitch was hardwired into the Ethernet.
So you were playing on PlayStation? Go ahead.
It was plugged directly into my router.
Don't look at me like that.
it was plugged directly into my router.
Okay.
Like, I was going through walls. I was like rubber banding across the map. That shit was broken.
You know, Warzone's been out for like 2-3 years now, and they just put in an anti-cheat system.
That game is fucking broken. Why would I want to play that?
Last
How are
week.
people even playing that? Also, I can't see shit.
What? Wait. What you got,
Whenever
glaucoma?
I play, everything like blends in. Like, how the fuck do you just see that guy?
I just burped up some of that crab seasoning. That
I can smell it.
It stinks.
I can smell
This is your fault. You
it.
wanted to get crab, bruh, and it's coming out of my goddamn pores.
Ew.
Anyways,
I'm suffering.
back to me being a gangster. So you were saying Warzone wasn't working?
Warzone, it was horrible. It was like when PUBG first came out. And I was like, I ain't paying $30 for that shit. I used to watch people stream it on Twitch.
PUBG was lit. I have 700 hours on that game.
When it first came out, I think it was on Xbox. When it first came out.
No, it came out on PC. It came out in 2016 on PC. Then it came to Xbox afterwards.
Whenever it came to Xbox, that's when I remember watching it on Twitch. And I was like, this looks like ass.
The Xbox version was ass.
It was so bad.
It was poorly optimized. No, it was different.
Like, damn, that was $30. I'm too broke to be paying for.
So yeah, that makes sense why you had that impression of the PC version. It was a little buggy, but like the game got popular on PC. It was ass on Xbox.
I played PUBG on PC. There was another one before that, wasn't there?
It was the zombie one.
No. Players.
Ninja. That's where Ninja first started blowing up.
No, I'm thinking it was PUBG. Players Unknown Battleground.
Yeah, but no, there was one before PUBG. It was like a zombies battle royale. That's where I first heard Ninja's name. I can't remember the name of it, but that one kind of died once PUBG came out. But yeah, Call of Duty Vanguard is a new World War II Call of Duty. They said it's going to be like 100 gigabyte install. The graphics look really nice in the trailer, but I'm personally kind of tired of going to World War II. I tweeted that out too. I was like, World War II again, and I did the emoji, and somebody had replied, and they was like, World War II again, bro. The last one was in 4 years ago, and I'm like, do y'all know y'all gaming history? Literally more. Oh, you about to burp up some of that seasoning? Freaking I'm like, do y'all know that like more than half the Call of Duty games took place in World War II? All the original ones were in World War II. And all the way up to like Modern Warfare, that's when they finally started changing. And even still,
Just make one with spears.
that sounds terrible. There was a game like that.
Oh.
Not Call of Duty, but Far Cry Primal.
Never played it.
Yeah, they did.
I've seen it, but I never played
they
it.
did Caveman, and like you had spears, and you could throw poop.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Because it didn't look bad. Like I don't remember who I watched play it, but it didn't look bad.
Most like major publications gave that game like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. I actually,
poop?
yeah, you could throw poop in there. It was a caveman game.
Oh my god!
I think some of that Boba poop we had earlier. The funny fact about that game is I got to play it early. I got to preview it, and I remember Ubisoft, the PR people pulled me to the side after I played it for like a couple hours early. They're like, "Yeah, so the game releases in a month. Like, what are you thinking about it, TBH?" I said, "This ain't it." And like they were like generally shocked by it. I was like, "I don't like this game." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then they didn't talk to me afterwards, and that shit got panned. I tried to tell people, I was like, But why are we talking about that? Call of Duty, better Call of Duty. How you feel about a World War II Call of Duty? Do you care about that era? Don't look at me like that. Call of Duty, Vanguard.
I just don't play that anymore. I stopped playing after Black Ops 3.
Well, can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't give a fuck about Call of Duty either.
I used to.
I'm just talking about it so I can put it in the title of the podcast and we can get some views.
Blah blah blah. Call of Duty. Blah blah blah. Anti-cheat. Blah blah blah.
We blah blah blah. Call of Duty. When they change something, we complain. Blah blah blah. Call of Duty. If they don't change anything, we complain.
Wait, is the anti-cheat called Vanguard?
No, the new Call of Duty is called Vanguard, but they implemented the anti-cheat system into Warzone this week.
Okay, that was confusing because Riot Vanguard is the anti-cheat for like Valorant.
Are there a lot of cheaters on that game?
Yeah, sometimes you could tell when people are like walling and stuff.
What does that mean, walling?
They have like a cheat where they could see everyone on the map, so they know if I'm gonna like come around a corner, and then they just pre-fire and kill me.
If you played 100 games, what would be your educated guess to how many hackers you run out of that 100 games? Like how many games would have hackers?
No, I don't think a lot. There's been times where I've been
10%?
Maybe, because there's been times where I've been in game and like the game will end and it said there's like a suspected like cheater in this game, and they end the game.
Every time I play that game, I be feeling like I'm getting hacked because I can't aim in that shit.
It definitely takes a little bit of practice for sure.
Do you genuinely enjoy that game?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I respect that because you suck at it. That means you genuinely enjoy
I
it.
don't suck at it.
You tell me that all the time. You literally just said today I'm in bronze.
Leave me alone. I wasn't iron. Now
I wasn't making fun of you, by the way.
But now I'm gonna try harder because I think now I can be good.
We're going to silver this season.
Yeah, let's go.
Silver Savage.
Let's go.
I used to go by the Silver Savage in Overwatch. I was proud to be in silver and just talk shit. I didn't care. Why don't you ever ask me to play
Valorant?
Yeah.
You don't like playing it.
It was okay when I played with you and Dunk versus when I played the first time I played it with Ethos and like the crew. They were all like platinum ranked or some shit like that. They're like high ranked, so they put me in a lobby with a bunch of sweats. So I didn't get a chance to learn it.
That's how it is for me when I play with Funky Dunks. Because he's super sweaty because he's trying to go pro.
Right.
And then I get the shit end of the stick sometimes, but I don't know.
But you come through with your little 2-3 kills, you contributed, team leader just.
My goal is to at least get double digits.
So 10 kills?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least.
Yeah, that makes sense because the games do last like 12 hours, one game. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to invite me to play more often. Although I do enjoy Apex though, because I'm a big
All right,
shooter.
let's play tomorrow.
Big stepper. Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow evening.
Maybe. Yeah, we could play.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I got a pack, but if you text me, call me, beat me when you want to reach me. I'll be like, I'll get you an hour or something.
Beat me when you want to reach me. The Boba and the crab took all of my life force out of me.
Yeah, you was snoring in the fuck. You was knocked out earlier. I had to smack her.
Snoring.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, it was actually pretty loud. I'm being completely honest right now.
How long was I asleep for?
Like 20 minutes, not even that long.
Yeah, I was gone. It's all that salt. It's all that goddamn salt.
We're old.
Yeah, we're washed. Going back to the equality thing and like the drafted thing. I seen an argument on Twitter about men giving up their seat for women, like on the bus and the train. Do you feel like a man has to give up his seat for a woman on the bus or the train?
Our legs don't work.
I'm just asking. It's a yes or no question.
I like personally, like I don't feel entitled to someone's seat. If they're sitting, like they were sitting there first. Like,
Right.
if someone came up to me and was like feeling entitled to my seat,
Yeah.
I'd be like, the fuck.
Well, I saw a lot of women saying that you should get up. You're supposed to be like a gentleman, all that stuff. I think personally, I would get up if it's like a pregnant woman or like an older
lady,
woman
yeah.
or even an old man. Like I'll get up.
That's when I would get up, yeah.
But like a healthy woman, I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't get up this day because it's like this is what y'all fought for. Like you can stand there and hold the pole like the rest of us.
What if you are sitting on the bus and a group of women comes in? Who do you give the seat to?
Well, why would I care that a group of women come on the bus?
I don't know. You just start sweating because like, you're like, oh, there's 6 of them and there's only one seat. Then what? Play musical chairs on the bus?
Well, hold on. Let's say I give up my seat to the women that come on the bus. It's only one seat. If 5 chicks get on the bus, somebody's still gonna stand. Yeah, they're gonna stack on it. What is it, Jenga? What are you talking about? Like, I'm gonna sit there because it's not gonna change anything. You can stand there and hold the pole with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like not a big deal to me, personally. Because when I go on a bus, my first thought isn't like, which one of these fuckers is gonna give me their seat? Like,
I'm gonna fuck this bus up and give him my stinky crab breath of fucking
start farting all over the fucking bus.
Nah, that sounds illegal. That sounds.
Is it illegal? Because people do it all the time.
I
got trapped.
When's the last time you read the bus?
I got trapped like a few months ago when I got on the airplane. I was trapped next to somebody that kept farting. I wanted to cry. What do you even do in that situation?
You said that was on the plane?
Yeah.
You had a mask on, right?
This was like months ago.
And you could smell it through the mask?
Yeah.
30,000 feet in the air?
Yes.
That's some potent shit because like you would think the cabin air pressure and like the mask would dilute some of the stench, but he clearly had Chipotle before he hopped on the plane.
He clearly had Boba and crab before he got on the plane.
You know, it's funny. Like when you say that out loud, it sounds like a disgusting combination. I don't know why I listen to you when it comes to eating. Boba and crab.
This is why I feel like I could keep up with Sweetie.
And this is the part.
I would love to sit down and eat with her.
This is the part of the podcast where somebody, they probably did it already, where they leave a comment on the video version at youtube.com/loosely-outline. And they're like, see, y'all always find a way to talk about Boba and crap. This shit get old, bro. You're not funny, bro. Y'all always do this shit. And they probably think we're trolling, but we laid at Boba and crap today.
I feel like someone's going to be like, I can't believe she's talking about poop. I can't believe she's talking about shitting.
Why? Everybody poops. It's a book.
I've had people tell me that before.
It's a book. Everybody poops. And there's also
body. Lady like to talk about farts. I'm so tired right now.
I'm trying to talk about this book, Everybody Poops, and then the other book, Everybody Poops But You.
But you?
Yeah, Everybody Poops But You. It was on Family Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can get it on Amazon or something. You have to ask Jeff Bezos or something like that.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
He's controlling everything.
He's controlling every goddamn thing.
But, I don't know. For me personally, I'm not like, who's going to give me their chair? That's not what I'm thinking about when I get on a bus.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, I'm not thinking about that. I mean, I don't get on the bus anymore anyway, but like when I did ride the train every day, I only gave my seat up for like elderly women, elderly men, and like pregnant women. I've had to stand
on the bus before when it was full.
Like your legs work, right?
Yeah, they did.
No, I mean like not you in specific, but I mean like people that are like complaining, because there's a lot of people complaining about that shit. You're a man is always supposed to give up.
But people complain about everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna complain about you yawning on the podcast. You wanna?
I'm tired.
I got something that could wake you up. You want to take some questions from the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you read some questions. I'm gonna let you look at my phone and maybe you can pick some questions to help us out.
Right. The Fro Who Knows asks, do you think you should talk to more than one person when dating before a relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
Why you say yes?
before I was always like, I'm gonna date one person at a time, and then my therapist was like, I told you this earlier. My therapist was like, how are you gonna know what you like and you don't like if you're not dating multiple people? Because when you're dating people, it's not like you're sleeping with them or like you're literally just sitting down and talking to them.
Mm.
So like, I mean, explore your explore your options.
Explore your
Explore your explore your options. Yeah.
I would say, yeah, as long as you're being honest and like forward about that, let people know that you are dating other people. It's literally called dating, meaning multiple people. Yeah, like that's where a lot of people fuck up though. They'll match up with somebody. I mean, this is gonna be my girlfriend or my boyfriend forever, and it's like it. Honestly, in my opinion, this is kind of like lowballing it, but it really takes like maybe 3 months before you really start to develop some type of like close feelings to somebody, and that's like starting. Like, wow, okay, I really like this person. I could see this going somewhere. You're not going to learn, and that's going to come from properly vetting people. In the process, you might as well date other people and see what your options are looking like, as long as you're being forward about the shit. Especially as a man, you should never give no woman a relationship right off the rip. She got to earn that shit, dog.
Yeah.
And it takes time to prove yourself. What's so funny?
That's because I already know the answer to this one.
Mm-hmm.
The worst place you and Zaea ever traveled.
Well, you don't travel anywhere. You live there. San Antonio. Yo, you know, it's funny. I deadass thought you were going to say that, so I'm confused. What was going to be your answer?
Huh? Well, I read it like we traveled together, but we haven't traveled anywhere together.
That's
like,
why I said
we've never been on a plane at the same time.
Right.
If I'm thinking like places that I've been, I don't know. Like actually traveled on a plane.
Yeah.
I don't. The only thing I can think of is like New Orleans being super stinky.
But they had great food though.
Yeah.
And music.
Yeah, so you can just hold your breath.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that's like the worst place I've ever traveled.
So what would it be? Because you know you're gonna piss people off by saying that.
By what?
New Orleans. You can't say New Orleans.
I just said it's stinky.
Oh.
And that's not in all areas. I think we just took a wrong turn and then it suddenly smelled like piss.
Oh my lord.
I don't think there's really even like a worse place that I've ever traveled to.
So yeah, for me it's either San Antonio or Boston. If we're talking about the United States, I haven't been outside of the country enough to even speak on that. But San Antonio is terrible for a multitude of reasons. It's a dust bubble. People live in a bubble, just full of ignorance. A lot of fupas, double fisting churros. There's nothing to do. People, from what you described, the people there, they don't really make it out of San Antonio, and they try to talk down on you when you do. People are trying to put together projects that for creator spaces for San Antonio. People in San Antonio really aren't supporting it like they should, which is funny in itself because people in San Antonio complain there's nothing to do, but when somebody's trying to give you something to do, you don't support it. Yeah, so it's like a vicious cycle of fuckery. And then Boston is terrible too because all the buildings look like they're still in the 1800s. It looked like the slave days up there. I don't like that shit. Like, it's one of those things, like, it sounds funny, but you have to see it for yourself. My agent actually said the same exact thing. He's like, yeah, I don't like that place either. Like, the architecture is like, it kind of weird you out. And then Boston's weird too because everything closes at like 6 p.m. if you're hungry. So like, you see how her mouth is open, she wouldn't have been able to feed herself if she was in Boston.
I keep yawning.
Yeah, there's nothing to do there. I knew Boston was going to be terrible. And this is the same way too with San Antonio, but I knew Boston was going to be terrible because when we arrived there for PAX East, when we were in the airport, there were banners all inside of the airport saying, "Welcome to Boston, home of PAX East." I said, I turned to Black. I said, "There's nothing going on in the city." He's like, "How you know?" I was like, "They are way too proud about PAX East. This is not that lit of a fucking convention." It was the same thing in San Antonio. It was posters everywhere. The home of PAX South. I said, "This shit about to be trash, bro." Because
to be fair, it was only in that area. You didn't really see it anywhere else unless you like saw it on a billboard.
Yeah, but every time I come to San Antonio, though, we don't do nothing but go to Target and eat.
Look, there's nothing else to do.
Target. Okay, so there's nothing to do. Just terrible places to be.
I don't know. I just stay home and play Valorant.
Valorant.
When is the right, or Blake the Great 3 says, when is the right time to give your significant other your passcode to your phone?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. Hey, yo,
That was
bro.
very specific.
So me personally, we were just talking about like right before we
We
started
were just talking about
we're
it.
recording. Me personally, if like my girl wants to go through my phone, I'll let her because I don't care. I have nothing to fucking hide. Would I prefer it? No, I'd prefer you to trust me. But if you want to look at it, I don't give a fuck because I have nothing to hide. But that's how I feel. Most dudes probably are not gonna let you go through their phone because they want their privacy, and it doesn't mean they're creeping. People just want their privacy respected. So like,
Yeah, because I would like my like the last person I was dating. He would get really mad when I wouldn't want to give him my phone, and there was nothing in there. I would just get defensive because I felt like my privacy was being violated.
because when people come to you too, it also comes across like they're saying they don't trust you.
Yeah.
Like, can I see your phone? What do you mean? Why? What do you need to see my fucking phone? But then you get defensive, and the byproduct of that is
And
they
then
think
it
you're hiding
looks
something.
like you're
Yeah,
hiding
yeah.
something.
You, but really, you just feel insulted. So that's kind of like a sticky situation. I think.
Yeah.
You gotta have good communication with your partner. I don't think there's a because like this man is it like a 3 months, 6 months? Should I give her just the passcode? Like I don't know, really.
I mean,
I would recommend not like maintain your privacy and build trust.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really have the urge to go. Like I never really had the urge to go through phones, except with my ex that cheated on me. And I already told you the story of what happened when I tried to go through his phone.
No. Oh yeah, you dropped the phone on your face.
No, so I reached over the nightstand to grab it and accidentally dropped the phone on his face.
Did he wake up?
No, he was drunk.
Mm.
So it just like slammed in his face. He probably still doesn't even know. To this day.
Sensational. He's probably watching the podcast. What?
He's like, what the fuck? No. Yeah, that's like I don't know because I feel like that comes down to it's like a case by case basis.
Yeah, every relationship. There's certain like little things when it comes to dating that applies, but like then there's also once you actually get into a specific relationship, there are very specific things that you have to do and you don't do, and that comes down to communication, knowing your partner.
Yeah.
So that's the conversation you would have with your partner. Like, hey, do you trust me? Do you want to go through my phone? You can have my password, but like I don't know. Like I don't want people going through my fucking phone. It's none of your business.
I don't either. I mean, like I just have like a bunch of memes and stuff on there, but it's like you're not really like no one would ever find anything on my phone.
What's gonna happen if you go through my phone? It's gonna be like, wow, this motherfucker really out here getting money. Like, wow, that's what I talk about. I talk business. That's what my phone is for.
Can I see your phone really quick? I need to get on Venmo and transfer myself some money.
You're on my phone right now.
Oh yeah, let me
y'all see you see this fool, this buffoon.
Let me just get in the Venmo real quick.
No. Quit playing.
Just transfer some money myself.
We're still not gonna. I love how she's trying to slide past the fact that she didn't even realize she was on my phone. Wait a minute.
No, I do know what I'm doing. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired.
We're thugging it out.
It's hard out here.
For a pimp.
It's hard. I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, I'm fighting for my fight. This is not me, man.
Dating someone who has a kid.
I think that's two different perspectives. You can talk about that.
Years old. Oh, a kid that's years old. I'm 24. She's 28. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to put him on blast. So I'm just gonna not. But I think also like as we get older, people are gonna like a majority of people are probably already gonna have children.
Once you hit about 25, if you're single, you have to accept that there's most likely gonna be you're gonna run into more people who have kids in your age bracket.
Yeah, and like you're gonna like you're able to have your preferences. Like you don't have to date someone with a child. Like if that's something that you don't want, then you don't need to do that because that is responsibility. Like you're still gonna be in that child's life and everything. It's just if you're willing to go around that boundary and just like for the person, you know. And that's kind of like what TBH and I were talking about earlier because I dated somebody that had a kid and I don't want to date anybody that has a kid, but I probably would have made an exception for that man just because of who he was. So it really just depends.
That's the woman's perspective. I'm gonna give politically incorrect. I don't do single mothers. Nope. And I don't encourage any man to date any single mother for a multitude of reasons. But I will say if you really want to love on a single mother, I will say, make sure to check to see what's the relationship with the father. See how she talks about the father. If she says he's crazy, he's causing problems, run for the fucking hills. That's one of the main reasons I don't want to deal with single mothers, crazy baby fathers who will shoot up the fucking place. B, being a stepfather is a thankless job. That is not your child. No matter how much you try to love up on them, if something bad happens, you have no rights to that child. And you know the crazy part is, like, men already barely have any rights when it's actually your biological child. So why would you want to deal with a stepchild where you have no rights? You can't punish the child how you want. There's next
That's
to
not true. Cause I grew up with my stepfather.
your mother allowed it though, right?
What?
Like the punishments, like how you saw fit.
Yeah, I still get spanked. He's like, I don't know. That's my dad.
Yeah, but that's your situation. That's not every situation.
Everybody's
That's yeah, and
different.
that's the point I'm trying to make. When it's your child, there's no debate because it's your child. That's a conversation you got to have. I don't even want to have that conversation. Like, I'd rather just have my own child. And then if the relationship doesn't work out, another reason why I wouldn't want to deal with single mothers is
It
if
would
you get
hurt
it
twice as bad, probably.
because you got attached to the child that's not even yours. So like, what's the point? To me, single moms are for fun at best. And to be honest, I wouldn't mess with them then too still because she might get attached to you, and then that makes, if you're a young man and you're doing good in life, I would recommend staying away from it, in my opinion.
I feel like it's case by case because I've seen it. I told you about my friend
What?
who ended up like he was dating someone that had a child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did have a crazy baby daddy, but I already told you how that ended.
Prove my point.
But they ended up getting married, and like he loves that kid
Mm-hmm.
like his own.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
like, they're
yeah, I'm not
having
saying
another
it can't
baby,
work.
too. It can, but it's very case by
It's
case.
so it's so many it's so many variables. And then also, like, this is like, people are not gonna like this. Another reason I don't mess with single mothers is a lot of times they be fucking on pookies. That's the baby daddy and
What's
shit.
a pookie? Oh, the baby daddy.
Like niggas, bro.
Pookie.
Like the Pookies and Ray Rays. It's like a
But why
it's
do
like
they?
it's like a meme. It's like a term for, like, not a quality man,
But
basically.
Pookie sounds like a nice thing.
No, Pookie's like a hood booger
Oh,
name.
like my Pookie
My
bear.
Yeah, you didn't grow up in black culture, so in black families, there's every black family's got a cousin Pookie, a cousin Pooh. There's like certain names like Man.
Pooh.
Those type of dudes, they're usually like really masculine, hyper masculine, like hood dudes who can pull chicks, but they don't have anything going for them, jobless and stuff like that. And a lot of single mothers end up getting pregnant by those Pookie type of dudes, bums basically. And that's why I say don't mess with chicks like that, because usually when the woman got pregnant by that dude because she makes poor decisions. So why would you want her by your side? You want a woman that's going to compliment you. You might as well go for the best. Not saying it can't work. It's just really hard. And why deal with a woman who already has a child when you can go make your own and make your own family? It takes a special kind of man, because that shit is thankless. Like, I could use my own family as an example. I'm not even gonna go, but I told you about about my sister, right?
Yeah.
And how they treat my parents and shit like that. So it's like, I don't want to deal with that shit. It's ultimately up to you. Any advice on dealing with anxiety and other feelings while going through a major change? You picked this one for a reason, so go ahead. I don't suffer from anxiety like that.
True. I feel like for certain things there's going to be like certain things that you can't control. Like if there's like a major, like something major that does happen and it's out of your control, like you don't want to drive yourself crazy constantly thinking about it because there's nothing that you can do about it. So, just I'm trying to like articulate this in a correct way, but sometimes you just have to like let it be, because if you're gonna continue to dwell on things, that's why your anxiety is gonna like continue.
Don't overthink,
to
basically.
build. Don't overthink it, which is really hard, which is why I always say try to distract yourself, try to get that anxiety out by like doing hobbies or going outside, usually, because a lot of the times like in the morning, like I'll wake up anxious. So but for me, like I just go outside with Bennett, so that helps me just like ground me. But with major changes, some things are just out of our control,
and you have to accept that.
Yeah, it's hard to accept sometimes, but like at the end of the day, you're gonna be okay. Like
Yeah.
that, even the way that it ends up playing out, like you're most likely gonna be okay.
Um, it's a dude that asked this question. So, in my opinion, to attack it from a different angle, and I could be wrong, but I'm still gonna give it like this perspective. I think the reason why that's such a buzzword now, like I see a lot more young men talking about they have anxiety, is because a lot of y'all haven't lived enough life. Uh, some anxiety is like you have like a chemical imbalance, like there's something going on with you. And like that's something deeper. I'm talking about on a more basic level. If you have basic level anxieties, from what I see, it comes from the fact that you lack experience in life. You know, you're 27, 28, 29, 30, still living at home, still your mom is still filing your taxes and stuff. So every little thing that you do that's adult wise, it makes you really nervous and anxious. So I always encourage young men, freaking get off the porch as soon as possible. And like I talked about this on a stream, and like people thought I was like capping that I said I moved out at 19. Oh, you lying? I'm saving. And like they'll be like, oh, I'm living with my parents because I'm saving money. And like that's true. And like my counter argument to that is, well, how much are you going to save before like somebody was like, "What's wrong with being comfortable? I want to be at some point in your life, you had to be comfortable." Like, I get you don't. I'm not saying go live in the projects and stuff, but I'm like, you have $10,000 in your bank account. That's enough to have your own place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I see people like, "Oh, I'm saving 30, 40, 50,000." At some point, you have to take the risk, and the longer you wait to take the risk, the more anxious you will be when it's time to make that move. You get frozen. So why allow yourself to even get to that point? So I always say actually make sure you're striving towards your goals if you want to alleviate some of that anxiety. Otherwise, you're always going to be anxious about that. And it's crazy. I had some women in my chat saying that she was like, "Yeah, I literally was dating a dude and he was just like that. Like he was still living at home at 25 and we would do like basic stuff and like he would always be like super nervous about everything." And she's like, "It was such a turnoff." She's like, "That's why I ended up stopped talking to him because he couldn't lead me in any type of way. If you want to lead someone, be the lead of a household, you got to first lead yourself." So I think that's one way to alleviate basic anxiety. I don't really understand the more chemical and balance side of things. That's something deeper that like that's more of like I feel like a therapist could help you with. That's
Yeah,
not my space.
because for the most part, there's always a root cause that's like
Hmm.
causing what you're anxious about. And I will say that there's a lot of things that is normal to be anxious for.
Yeah. It is normal. And like cause like when I talk about this stuff, a lot of times the dudes that be in my chat on Twitch, they be acting like I'm some type of superhero. It's like I still get anxious to some degree, but like I know if I get it over with, I'll always be happy that I ended up doing it. Like supreme confidence comes from the fact that I did it and then I accomplished it. But like in the moment was like I nervous. Do I get really anxious like that now? Not too much. Like it has to be like something big and new. Like I'm a little bit anxious honestly about what I'm about to do, in my next step, like because it's something I've never done before. But like getting on stream and just talking, speaking, it doesn't make me anxious anymore because I've been doing it for so long. But when I first started doing it, if for people who've been following me for a long time, I used to always say that like I didn't want to be a streamer. I was like I'm a YouTuber because I was like I'm not gonna sit here and talk to y'all and like that shit made me anxious the first time I ever cut the stream on because I'm like, yo, I don't want to sit here and talk all the goddamn time. I might say something stupid and all of that, but eventually you get over it because you kept doing it and you get more confident. I would imagine you're the same as you started to be more consistent.
Yeah.
So you just have to accept, yo, just jump in the damn pool, bro. Stop. Too
Leap
many of y'all are dipping your toes in the
leap
pool.
of faith. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like yeah, like on the post actually that's something that happened to me a couple months ago. So
What
I
was it?
was like well, I got in the pool and it was to my ankles. The water was cold and I was just like slowly getting in and it was like horrible
Mm-hmm.
because it was just cold the whole time and I was like fuck it, I'm just going to go all the way in and dip my head under.
Mm-hmm.
And it was freaking cold for a few seconds and then my body got used to it. But also, another thing that I think about is think about all the times that you were anxious about something previously. It
Mm-hmm.
usually ends up being fine. Like
Yeah.
you overthink a lot of stuff, and it ends up being fine. And you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Like, why was I thinking so goddamn hard about that shit?
Yeah.
And you end up being okay. I agree. I agree. So it's like it's like it sounds really simple, like just fucking do it. But I was like, I wish I had something like better to say, but it's that simple. You need to live more life. This iPad era, they be in the house all the goddamn time playing Valorant and shit like that. Get out and socialize. That's how you get better at talking to the opposite sex as well. So you're not anxious around them. You need to just start talking, and not just for sexual reasons, platonic reasons. Networking. And you'll get better at that, and you won't be anxious when you're ready to make a move. But until then, you're always gonna be worried about something going wrong because you haven't experienced anything.
Yeah, and just things that are out of your control.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on too much, which I know is easier said than done. It's something you have to practice.
Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly, I would have been anxious if I would have known my stomach was gonna turn like this after drinking that boba today, but I didn't know. So.
Yeah, but you know what happened? We overcame it.
I wasn't anxious. I was just nauseous.
And we overcame that too.
No. Yeah, but the toilet did a lot of work today. He worked overtime.
Poor toilet.
Zaya's back again. That's what I think I heard my toilet scream that. Oh my god!
I only went in there once. You were the one that was like, I might have to go back in.
1 times what, 5?
I might have to go back in.
Is that what I sound like to you?
Hey guys, I'm TBH. I'm about to go back in the bathroom.
She like the way that I heard.
She like the way that I heard. I hate that.
Oh my goodness, I'm tired of talking. Are you tired of talking?
I'm just tired in general.
I feel that, and you got to be up in like
a few hours.
Yeah. So, we appreciate you guys listening to this episode of Loosely Outlined. What is this, episode 11? I think. I hope so.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video version at youtube.com/loosely outlined, make sure to hit the like button
and subscribe.
And rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on social media at The Black Hokage on Twitter and Instagram. What's your giant?
Zaea Jae.
That's her social medias. But yeah, other than that, we appreciate you guys listening, and we will see you guys on the next episode of
Loosely Outlined. If you made it this far, put a crab in the comments.
Is there an actual crab emoji?
Yeah, there is.
Put a
crab and a boba and a poop emoji.
Of course you would know that. Oh my god.
And Ew.